Vodcast Team List Tuesday, where we shoop diddy what, comma wang dang. We're rolling straight into the massive week, the Dragons versus the Bulldogs at Allianz on Saturday. Yeah, I know technically the Dragons do lead this head-to-head 32-17, but we'll gloss over that. We won't talk about that too much. Because right now, the mighty Red V are humming. 2 wins on the trot after putting the Tigers away last week, and we're marching into Saturday with a very real shot at 3 in a row. Bulldogs might have the historical numbers, but the Dragons have the momentum, the swagger, and the fire. And if the boys keep this rolling, Allianz is about to turn a bright red V. It's the Mad Dragon Vodcast. Buckle up. Let's welcome our panel. Okay. Something happened to my screen then. I don't know what happened, but we're back anyway. Welcome, Scoop. How are you, mate? We did have Joe here, but Scoop, how are you?
I'm good.
You're good. You're eating already. Oh, come on, mate. Professional, please. And we've also got the Dogfather, Michael. How are you, mate? Welcome to the show.
Not too bad. Thanks, Tony, and thank you, Jesse. And is Jesse here tonight? Or are you not on?
No, Jess is not here tonight. He might be on later. I'm not sure. He's got family commitments.
So we've got Scoop and Joe. No problem. Yeah, I'm not too bad. Just a quick shout out. We lost one of our True Blue supporters on Thursday, Tim Gray, affectionately known as Timmy, who gave us the name All Things Positive and wore it with pride. So celebration of life will happen for him shortly, probably next week or the week after. Very sad. We did a tribute on Sunday, and when you lose one of your people that you'll know yourself, when
exactly
people
right,
who come every week and then they're not there, you notice it. They're a big part of what we do, and we become a family, and we grow to respect. And it's just we've lost a brother. And I just feel so sorry for his mum. But sorry to start on a really sad note. But
no, it's fine, mate. We put a shout out to a few people too that that come to us and say we've lost somebody. There's your Bulldogs. Is it Bulldogs Raw? Is it Raw Bulldog or something?
What's that?
Subscribe to the Dogs Raw Bulldog coverage.
Oh, that must be an automatic thing. So yeah, that's me on Facebook.
How do you do that? We might be doing it to yours.
Streaming to live to Facebook as well as through YouTube and wherever else, and I'm sharing the stream for you guys. So see if we breach copyright tonight.
Yeah, we do it all the time. It's crazy. It's crazy.
I know, it's so annoying.
Facebook is so. I think we're running to all here at the moment, so it looks pretty good. Say good day to a few people. Mohammed, how are you, mate? He's in with us tonight. It's a quick question. We'll ask you that a bit later on. Guys been crunching numbers. I don't know. Oh, Jess will be on tomorrow night. Sorry to hear Dogfather from James Savage.
Thank you so much, mate.
Scoop's always on his phone. We know that. Up the Dogs from Sayed Damjal. Man.
G'day,
Sayed. Sayed, is it? Okay. Hello, boys. And also Mad Dog. Where's Joe? Where's Joe here? Joe's right here. He's just come back onto the screen. How are you, Joe?
There he is.
G'day, guys. Sorry about that. Something technical difficulties, but I don't know what's wrong with my phone. How are you all?
Always technical difficulties.
G'day, Joe.
Yeah, mate. Yeah. Sorry about your loss.
No, thank you so much, mate. Much appreciated.
Yeah. Sad,
yeah. All right. What have we got here? Oh, there we go. Operation Avoid the Spill. 1 down, 3 to go. So we're working pretty hard.
There's the top 5 of the 80s right there. The Tigers, the Dogs, the Seagulls, the Eels, and the Dragons. Probably throw Roosters in there slightly, but that's about it.
Good old days.
Exactly right. Well, we've got 3 wins to come, so that'll be nice. 5 in a row. Oh, we can only dream. There's the ladder. Roosters on top now. I They beat the Panthers on the weekend. Dolphins move into the 4 after the Sharks' terrible loss, and the rest. So we got all them. All right. Some things don't stay in Vegas. That's right. We brought this back to it. Brought this rivalry back. We're playing at Allianz because we're splitting the money. That's a good thing we're doing there, Michael. Splitting the money.
Very good. Very good. And Allianz is a great venue. Like, you can't deny that. So hopefully it's we get 20, 25,000 out there. That'd be lovely to see. A grand final for both teams.
Yeah. I know your time's limited, Michael. I'm not sure how long you've got, but I've got to play this fella.
All right, Dragons fans, before we rip into this week's game, let's talk about a local business that absolutely knows how to get the job done. If you're running a warehouse, moving locations, upgrading your storage, or staring down the barrel of a lease make good, you need the team at Complete Warehouse Solutions. These guys aren't some big city outfit who don't know the area. They're family owned, based right here in Lake Illawarra, servicing the Illawarra and beyond. And when they say complete, they mean complete. New warehouse fit out, they'll measure it, design it, supply it, and install your pallet racking and shelving properly. Safe, compliant, and built to last. Relocating, they'll dismantle your racking, transport it, and rebuild it at the new site so you're back up and running faster than a Dragon's backline shift. End of lease and the landlord wants it back to bare bones? No dramas. They'll strip it out, repair it, repaint it, clean it, leave it looking like you were never there. And here's the smart bit. They even buy back quality used racking and storage systems. So instead of wasting money, you might actually put some back in your pocket. It's tough work, it's hands-on, it's industrial, and it's done by locals who take pride in doing it right. So if your warehouse needs muscle, experience, and a team that won't muck you around, get onto Complete Warehouse Solutions. Because just like the Dragons, when the pressure's on, you want the right team beside you. Complete Warehouse Solutions, your one-stop shop for getting the job done.
Yeah, there you go. Complete Warehouse Solutions, 4257-1930 or 0417-223-409 for all your warehouse needs. Send Jeff an email, jeff@completews.com.au. Yeah, that's right. The great rival between the Bulldogs and the Dragons, Michael. 9 Ks apart, the grounds used to be, Belmore and Cogra.
Yep.
Yeah, all right. Moving on. All right. What do we got to do next? Oh, here we go. It's time for this. Brought to you by essenceandlight.com. Soaps and candles, nature for your home and body. Essenceandlight.com.au. You go and have a look. Your missuses will love them. There's the Bulldog side, Michael. Can you run us through that team?
So we've got Connor Tracy, Jacob Carraz, Matt Burton, Bronson Cherries come in to the centres on the right side, and Ari Tuala pushes on the wing. Jethro Renakama out for the rest of the season. The guy who broke your heart in I think round 22 last year, something like that. Crichton and Galvin in the halves, Max King, Haywood, Thompson, Kickow, Preston, and Jamin Salmon, who loves a try against the Dragons. Kurt Mann, Josh Curran, Harry Hayes, AJ Jones, and Jake Turpin make up. Well, Sean Sullivan's a part of that bench as well because we don't have number 18 guys, just so you remember that.
That's right. Yeah.
Jed Reardon, Jonathan Sewer, and Jack Underhill, the extended bench, and Cameron Serraldo is
the coach.
His name spelt wrong. Good old AI.
Oh, sorry, man.
No, that's all good, mate.
We know who it is. We know who it is.
That's all that matters.
That's right. Yeah. No surprises in that side.
None at all. I named a predicted list, and the only different player. Jed Reardon was in the side. I had Alex Conti as a potential 23. But I do think there is, 75% of the time, Serraldo makes changes before the end. A lot of people, you could see a Sean O'Sullivan come on into the halves.
Yeah.
And then a change from there. Sewer and Reardon ahead of Sewer means they might look to him to be backline cover. But, lots of possibilities there with the side. More AJ Jones. Hopefully he doesn't have his 5th game in a row where he's been in the squad and not played, as in the 6-man bench.
Yeah. That gets to me, that, because you've got the kids that come into the side and all their families there ready for their debut, and then they don't get a run. What, did the families come back next week and hope to do it again?
Yeah, well, Gus, that was something Gus raised as well. It's really hard to manage, and they do a lot of so they used to do those pre-game, the phone call to mum and I'm making me debut this week. They now have to wait till after the game to show that footage.
Yeah,
it's that's one of the downfalls of this 6-man benches as well, as well as getting time into their legs. And for some teams, the New South Wales Cup always seems to be on before the NRL game, and for other teams, it's on afterwards. So it's much easier for those sides. People aren't taking this into account when analysing draws and all that sort of stuff.
No, that's right. I can't wait till we get the 3 grades back. The Jersey flag, the New South Wales Cup, and it'll be the NRL Cup and the NRL team. Every team have the reserve grade and Jersey flag, and everyone's left.
One day a woman's side.
The women's, that's right. You could have 4 games. One day, but would the grounds handle it? I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's too hard to employ people. That's the problem. You've
gone through a few. You've gone through a few of the questions I had ready to go. You're talking about Winnicama in, Sherry in to start. O'Sullivan is an option. Do you think Serraldo might bring Sullivan in and move Crichton to the centres and Sherry back to the bench?
Look, there's potential. O'Sullivan was very inconsistent in Cup to start the season. He's one of these players who just shank the ball out of nowhere, have a misread, under fatigue, or just miss a tackle. There's a reason why he's been a backup. But as far as he's one of those, he was like me trying to play sport when I was a kid. I always knew where to go and what to do. I had the vision, but my body could never get there. So it's like, so that's why I did coaching and stuff.
Yeah,
those who can do, those who can't teach. And then you have, he's played really well in Cup over probably the second half of the season, had a lot more consistency, come in and did a really good job against the West Tigers, a team that at the time they were broken. They offered us nothing. That was like playing a reserve grade team, and really the only good thing about that was they didn't score on us. We still did a good job, and it was good for the confidence and that role. But O'Sullivan, he's got it all to prove. If he puts on that jersey, he'll be backing him like he's Stephen Crichton. You know what I mean? That's the way I support.
Yeah.
But I don't trust him like I trust him in that. And I think that, look, I know from a club point of view, Alvin's not the long-term 7 and Critter's not the long-term 6. We just we've had to develop. Woods hasn't played a game. He played 50 minutes of Cup. So, look, they can't go and tell the players they're not the right, like, we've got other players who are going to replace you next year or whatever. They've got to make them believe they can win a comp, right? So the opposite to what Flanagan did at the start of the year.
Yeah, exactly.
Look, he was being realistic, and I've got and he's a pretty straight up guy, right? But I think Serraldo, people call him arrogant because he'll stick to his guns and say these things, but behind closed doors, they know that they've got to get players with more creativity and that sort of thing. O'Sullivan is a really good halfback. He's a genuine 7, but I just if he comes in, I'll back him. But I don't trust him as much as the other guys, and I'm really happy with Lachlan Galvin. happy with a lot of the team, to be honest. But I'll tell you what, the Dragons are the most underachieving top 30 I've seen in my life. I loved you guys at the start of the season. I thought the 1 point was a fair indication of the game, and that could have went either way. And I just can't believe that you've only had 3 wins. I just cannot, with that roster you've got, I cannot believe it.
We've had a couple of bad calls, like in round 1. We should have won that one. Yeah, we should have.
Don't worry, they've paid us back when it mattered.
Oh, for sure. Sure. Yeah, I've got that question a little later on, Jag. Toby Rumble is committed till 28. That's pretty good.
Nice.
So that's pretty good. That's another. He's a great outside back, Toby. So let's have a couple more questions.
Yep.
I was going to ask you about Jack Underhill, but you were talking to me about Kaywin Patterson, an up-and-comer dummy half. Tell us a bit about him, where he's from, and how can we poach him?
I don't think that'll be happening. We got him from the New Zealand Warriors, funnily enough. They won the Harold Matts. Now, if anyone goes back to that year where they won the Harold Matts for the first ever time, they were 100-1 to make the finals, even with at halftime in the last game. So they went on this run to make the finals and got there somehow. They ended up beating the Bulldogs in the prelim to make the grand final, and Kaywin Patterson was their hooker. We got him over to the Dogs, and he was playing SG ball earlier in the year. He's an out-and-out hooker. He's just got that smarts around dummy half. He's got great line speed. Makes his New South Wales Cup debut last week and didn't even train with the team. So he just come in to do a job. Gordon had to pull out again, I think. And they brought him off the bench after about 25, 30 minutes. He played the rest of the game. He scores a long-range try. We ended up losing to the Roosters in that game. We were getting a bit of a run on in the New South Wales Cup. But he made Toby Rodwell one of the most prized young halves in the game. He dropped the ball a few times with his line speed onto the block play when they try and engage, when they push up. His first time he gets the ball, he just runs from dummy half in behind both sides of the ruck. Like, it's just great to see that coming through. And and Jack Underhill, Sunshine Coast boy. The words from Serrato was that they named him in the squad and he prepared like he was going to war for Magic Round. And the young kid, it's just that progression with the Dogs, right? So next year, I'm pretty sure he'll join the top 30. They gave him a 3-year deal, and that's how they sort of do it. So a couple of years ago, he got a 3-year deal. And each thing's been from Jersey Flegg, he makes that last-ditch try-saving tackle for him to win the Jersey Flegg Grand Final. Played 74 minutes in that match as a prop. He throws himself around like you've never seen before. Obviously looks a lot like he's a son of Aidan Tolman and James Graham combined. And
he does have a look at him.
And he's just and he's a real quirky guy. I met him at the Pullman up here in Brisbane and just had a chat with him and he's asking questions and stuff. He likes to talk and have a chat, a bit like Maxi King. They sit Maxi King on his own because it takes you 3 minutes to get through him on the signings, and they're sort of trying to keep it rolling sort of thing. But Jack, last year he played a lot off the bench as the prop. This year he's been started a lot more games at prop, and it's hard on him. And he got his taste and he made the most of it. He made a mistake against the Storm, made up for it the very next set with a beautiful tackle, and then we went and scored a try afterwards. That sort of player. Look, the Couchmans and that have got about 3 years on this guy, so he's on that journey. A lot of our fans don't get it. They'd be like, "Oh, he should be in there because he plays that effort and stuff," but it breaks their bodies. I don't think they realise how hard it is on these kids to transition to the speed of the game. and to actually get them through the season and stuff, it's really hard. And the new rules have sort of made that harder because you're naming them in that squad. And
our boys are now 22, 23, so they're getting into they've grown, they finished growing. And 21 normally boys stop growing, and they just fill their body out and they just get bulkier, just get thicker. Oh yeah. Whatever happened to Finau Latu?
He's going well. So obviously, a bit about him. He likes to pick a player out of the line. One of the best things I love from him, watching him play for the Dragons in a game, was where he took a hit up, makes 15 meters, gets a late offload away, and then the next guy makes about 10 or 15, and then he takes the next hit up. To me, there's something special about a kid like that. And look, he's struggled a little bit getting to the pace, so they've been sending him back to flag to start and get big minutes up at prop, sort of bringing back off the bench in New South Wales Cup. He's had some good moments. He's done a little bit of ball playing work as well. They've got him doing all the system stuff, and they bought him for 3 years because they want to have a kid like Finau Latu. I think he's the same age as Logan Spinks and Lachlan Galvin. So they all played in the same Australian schoolboy side. And that's what it's about for development. You have to have these kids all coming through together. And that's why the Dragons will ascend now that they got rid of grandpas. And they've actually brought in a couple of quality players that'll have them in contention, I believe, next year for a final spot. Whether they make it or not, that's still the right way to go. With all that blooded youth from that 2025 SG ball site is going to, is it 25 or 24? I can't remember.
24, I think,
24. That's all going to come together one day. And we've got Corey Ackers playing Ron Massey.
Another Dragon boy.
Chubby on him, but he goes hard. I like him. Ron Massey's a great cut, by the way. Get out there and watch it.
It is. Get out and watch it if you can. Jay, you remember Finau Latu, don't you?
Yeah, I had a chat with him and his father on that week that they signed with the Bulldogs. I was at Parramatta Stadium watching the reserve grade grand final. He didn't really want to go, but he just I don't think he wasn't just in the vision of what we wanted moving forward. So I'm really happy for him. He's such a good kid, man. A real gentleman. He's a good boy, and I hope for big things for him, in the future. But he wasn't expecting to break it into first grade this year. He was hopeful, but he wasn't expecting it.
Yeah.
You got any questions for Michael, boys?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
So I do. So Dogfather, I do this with every guest in the remaining rounds of the season. I will go through the list of players off contract from your team, and then after I've gone through the names, you can talk about them and what's happening with their futures and that.
Let's do it.
So you got Kate Dykes, Sam Hughes, Brian. Sorry if I pronounce his name wrong. Brian Mai'u, Kurt Mann,
Zion Mai'u,
Kurt Mann, Jonathan Stewart, Jack Todd, Jake Turpin, and Patrick Young. They're the players that are off track.
Who we just signed?
So, look, the ones that'll stay out of that are still unknown. I've got a feeling Jack Todd will get another go because he's just continually had injuries and very loved by the club. I think Sam Hughes, they were allowing to, so they spoke to his manager, allowed him to shop around himself. But he's decided he wanted to stay. He's had a neck injury for a long time. When he was making a comeback, he hurt himself at training. Apparently, he's going to be right to go this week. He told someone the other day. He's still much loved by the club, but I think Sam will be on the way out. Kurt Mann, I think he'll be on the way out, which is sad, but that's just that type of player. And he's probably can earn a couple more dollars at another club for. He's sort of going to take it one season by one season. Probably not a player the Dragons would be interested in.
Yeah,
Zion Mau'u,
we've already been down that path with Kurt Mann.
yeah, good player.
He's a solid player.
Well, he's a jack of all season. I think he's found he's coming on as a replacement lock through the middle. He's definitely been important to us in many games, and no one hits harder as a second man in than Kurt Mann. I can tell you that now. I went and asked Jesse Arthurs and a couple of Broncos about after a game one day, and they said he's the bloke they're watching out for. Only 86 kilos, by the way. But
Yeah.
Zion Mau'u did his knee, and he was actually progressing quite well this year in the system, really giving it a good old crack. So I'm not sure what will happen with Zion. I'd say he'd be on the way out, but I'm not. That's just my thoughts. I have no idea. Kay Dykes is an interesting one because didn't play for 2.5 years, and he's showed some really good signs, but under fatigue, still an injury threat. Definitely not ready for NRL yet, but so he might get it. I'd say if he stays at the Dogs, it'd be quite a cheap signing, and I think that he might get a bigger offer somewhere else. He is very talented, very good player, and we need fullbacks. There's no fullback depth. That's why the Dogs have signed, I think, 4 under-19 Origin rep fullbacks in the last 3 years to try and develop, and it's not always easy when they come from another state. And was there another one?
No, he's gone. I don't know where he went. He disappeared off the show. I don't know where Scoop went. He might be back. Anyway, 14th in attack and 7th in defence. Dragons are worse. They're 17th and 16th worst in defence because the Tigers are worse in defence. So, we're not on the bottom for something. What do you think's gone wrong? You're 14th in attack. What's going on with your attack this year?
I just have to get off my new stream that's starting, and I just had to hit start on it. I don't know if you heard that through. So what's gone wrong in attack or with defence?
Yeah, attack. Like you're 14th best in attack. That's a lot lower than what you were last year.
Oh, it just comes with we haven't held possession. So when we don't hold possession, and look, the Dogs have had we didn't get Leo Thompson till a long way in, and Max King got injured at the same time. Once those two blokes got together, after a couple of games, we started winning the middle, and then we started keep holding possession, had field position, were able to score some tries and whatever else. The big thing that's gone from the Bulldogs is their deception in attack, because whilst Galvin was leading the comp in repeat sets from the kicks, there was no attacking kicks from the club for most of the season. And it's not that they weren't practicing these things, they just weren't happening in games. So losing Addo Carr, I know that was the end of the year before, but Burton and Addo Carr's combination, just that short kick in behind used to keep the opposition defences guessing, and we only just started doing that when Crichton came into the halves. And once he started doing that and teams had to answer questions, they didn't rush up on us as easy. And all of a sudden, our players had a bit more time and space to ask different questions, and it worked for us. So I think we'd only scored 1 try from outside our own half, and then we're one of the worst teams in the red zone. So it creates we had a lot of players that had to actually play because we had a lot of depth injuries, which makes it really hard. So it's like, do I let these experienced players play under duress and under injury, or do I throw these kids in that are just going to be thrown to the wolves? And with our fan base and with the NRL, they just be like written off before they even get a chance to play. So you can't expose them too quick. I'm sure you understand about that sort of stuff. And like a Connor Tracy playing injured just isn't going to get it done. Once he had that little 2 weeks off and they put Carraz there, Carraz had been injured all year. Crichton's injured all year. Like, I know people say injuries aren't an excuse, but when you've only got a few
even kick out.
kick hours out for 10 weeks, Preston was
like-
out for 5 or 6 weeks.
Mm.
You know, current
Yeah.
people think
And
we've got a lot of
and-
back rowers though, so we went all right. Like,
And there was also a bit of a question mark over Connor Tracy's form in general. Just in general, that a lot of people were speculating whether or not he's a really good number one. You know, I'll ask you that, big fella. Like, what are your thoughts on Connor Tracy? Because I hear a lot of different things on social media about him. And again, without a really good fullback that can chime in to the back line, you do miss that 5%, you know what I mean? So how does he fit into all these problems as well?
well, look, he threw a few balls early in the year that got intercepted and changed the tide of games, which it happened 2 weeks in a row, and when we're doing real well. When he's fully fit, he's one of the most reliable. He's like a Dylan Edwards, but he just lacks that slight little bit of pace that Edwards has got over him to be able to break through that line consistently and then break through the next tackle like some of the great fullbacks can do. And he struggles a little bit with the passing game sometimes as well. And when he loses confidence, you become a bit timid in the air and all this sort of stuff. So he's only on, when you're only paying a fullback 500 grand, he's paid as one of the worst fullbacks in the NRL. So that's just right. He's just holding the fort up until we can develop these kids like Raymond Peru and Tay Cochrane and hoping for a Cade Dykes can come in and maybe do something. And, you know, we've got Latrell Fing, who's doing really good things at fullback. And they're getting all these spine players through the Halves Academy doing all sorts of stuff. Because there's only really 6 or 7 great fullbacks in the comp and probably 5 halves that are really in the whole comp. So the Dogs are trying to develop through their academy. You know, you got one of our academy people in Ruben Moyle who then got the shits and left, and now he's leaving South as well. But you know, there's a lot of you've just got teams like the Dragons and Bulldogs just have to keep developing and wait their turn. And although we ascended really quickly and stuff, and we've got a lot of belief in the players that we've got and they're hard workers, we just lack that creativity. So
I think you had that. I think you had that in Toby Sexton, to be honest.
Yeah, nah.
You don't think so?
Well, have you been watching did you go for the Catlins Dragons or what?
No.
I think Reid Marnie was a big loss.
Terrible, eh? No good?
Oh, no, he's all right. I love Toby. He's like a lucky charm for us. So, but he just played a role. We were just playing like a pseudo Penrith side. You know, we go out there, work hard, defend hard, work for each other, stick in the system, and grind teams down until they break, and then beat them. But even against you guys, like we look like we were dominating you guys in pretty much every game for the last few years, but we're still only winning by 8 points or 2 points. Or 1 point, the last one. So this game, look, no teams have been under a hoodoo as long as the Dragons under the Bulldogs in the current NRL. So that's a pretty big stat.
Well,
Eddie's going to come to an end at some point. Hopefully it's not this week for us because we're still a chance of making the
still
finals.
a chance.
But you'll remember a few years ago, you guys, we took yous out of the finals. All you had to do was beat us and you made the 8 and you lost.
Yeah.
Might have been Ben Hunt's second year potentially. So
shit happens.
Revenge can sit there and wait a long time.
Exactly right. I'm just going to ask you a quick question, before we go any further, because I know your time's limited. Stephen Crichton last week running into the referee. What are your thoughts on that? Come on, in your honest.
No. I'll give it to you
thoughts.
straight. I think you should have been suspended for a week.
Yeah, well said.
And look. Well, and I'm not just trying to play the crowd there. I said that to the cartel members who we've got a big community there. Shout out to them who are probably watching.
Stuff.
Yeah, look, where his eyes went, and he's moved that way, and then look when he cuddled the ref, that was probably to stop the ref from falling over.
Yep.
But I think if you accidentally touch the ref, you get suspended. From what I'm,
well, I believe.
But everything else that he's done, like Kyle Flanagan biting his nose and that, like I've got no problem with that. The shoulder to who was it in a Warriors game he got suspended for? Roger Tuivasa-Sheck, you know. I find that a lot of people arc up at Critter and say he's got Teflon on him and all this sort of stuff, but he's a really good human, a great Christian, and I think that deserves all the raps he gets. But last week, based on I just can't defend that. I think it's wrong that they suspend players for accidentally touching refs.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, because we had one a few years ago with Tyson Frizzell.
Yes, I remember.
Gets up off the ball and just touches the red-headed referee. I can't remember his name, but I think he got 2 weeks for that. I was over a week or something like that.
Well, look, there's different context on it, and that's why Critter hasn't been suspended. And based on the rules, the fact that it was in the defensive line, and there's something there that's protected him, and it's basically through what Klein said. Like I could hear the video ref when he was forced to say it's A-OK, no try. Yeah. I could feel him going, we're making the wrong call here. I could feel it in his voice.
Exactly. But, all right, who do we have to watch in the Bulldogs side this week?
Everyone, mate.
Everyone?
They're hurting. They're hurting. They're either going to turn it up and play like bustards. But if they go out there and offload off the first or second set, watch out, Dragons.
We're in trouble. We can't defend offloads. That's our problem. Who do the Bulldogs have to watch in the Dragons side?
Well, considering you got about 5 fullbacks in your back line, that means there's a lot of skill there. And I think, but the guys I like are your back row, young back rows, Hamish and those guys. Are they actually playing? Dylan Egan, Hamish Stewart.
Yeah.
Gould is trying his heart out. You know, you got Pacifica Tonga. We'll see what happens with him.
Couchman brothers.
Oh,
they're gonna be a handful for you.
Well, they are. I like the fact that Damien Cook's finally at 14. I actually would have stuck. I would have put Flanagan at number 9, to be honest, and I would have had Little coming off the bench and Cook at 13, or either or. But Jacob Little, got to watch him out of dummy half. But I've got a feeling, you're gonna look. It's going to be a good game.
It's going to be a great game. So am I.
You're the biggest underachievers in the comp, and you need to realise that. And it really shits me that a team like the Dragons, with a really great balance of experience and developed talent, are getting a free fucking ride.
I think
every single day the Bulldogs they're saying Connor Tracy, reserve grade, come from reserve grade. And Bronson Cherry, 4 years out on steroids. And Ari Toala, just a handy player.
He was.
Bailey Hayward come from nowhere.
It's a dad's army.
Jamin Salmon. No one likes Jamin. We love him. The weak cut a dog. Don't you worry about that.
Especially Alex Twal, apparently.
What do you think of that one? What do you think of that one there, Mick?
Well, I'll tell you. I know for a fact, Matt Duffy's on $5,000 fucking dollars. Sorry for swearing. It's
after 8 o'clock.
It's within the rules, but it's bullshit, BS. And the fact they got Fafita was valued at 1.1 million only 2 years ago. Brandon Smith was on $800,000. And now they can go and buy Payne Huss. And what do you get? Keon Kalama-Matangi. He's a pretty good player. But that's cost them $500,000 more for Huss. I don't get it. I hate South a bit more than I hate the Dragons, and I don't like the Dragons. My mum said the Dragons are the dirtiest team in the comp. Graham Wynn, Craig Young.
Yeah, I don't think they were as dirty as West.
Stevie Morris, he couldn't find a better winger in the game.
A bit of halfback either. Yeah.
Jebel's Cafe. How's the atmosphere there? Any more DJs that night playing the Lebanese drums? There's not much action there anymore at Belmore.
Nah, they got banned. Well, what happened
quiet.
what happened was the cops did a big sting and booked about, I think it's something like 400 people for beeping their horn. Yeah, that's what they did last year. So that's a lot of money. And lost points. People lost points over it. Like, that's ridiculous.
The recent form of the Bulldogs won't have anything to do with that. No, I didn't think so. So it's a cop thing.
Oh, but I'd say there's a lot of shit fans in our club, but they're the best fans when we're winning.
Oh yeah, tell me about it.
Not like the Bulldogs, mate. We just keep moving forward. We want to win. We care, but we don't rubbish our team or our players.
You signed the wrong assistant Penrith coach, in my opinion. You should have gone for Webster.
I love Andrew Webster. He's a really good coach.
He's amazing, mate. What a ref! What a coach! Sorry, he's just done a lot of good things there at the Wars. Amazing.
Yeah.
Darren Young says the Dogs haven't forgiven for the Jamie Soward Milkman play. Haven't forgiven us for that.
I'll never forget. Every time I see Jamie, that's why I wish I watched that thing, because I'd have been here going, mate, you can't talk to him.
He admits it.
Believe a word you say. You are the biggest full of shit person I've ever met.
He admits it. He admits that he didn't get in the way. I ran into him.
He's still lying. I reckon he believes he was all right. He's
what
such a
about
liar.
Crichton giving the referee a little bit of a hug? Same but different. Oh, they all do it.
Yeah, everyone does it. Look at.
I mean, after he touched him and deliberately tried to milk whatever he was doing.
Yeah.
He was.
Webster's
He actually thought they were going to throw the ball, so he was trying to hit the ref to make out, oh, you're stopping me from getting to the guy going left, because he probably just assumes that old mate's not going to take him on, which was a bit disrespectful to Hubner, and thought he was going to pass, and they had the overlap, and Hubner's like, you're giving me 15 meters gap here, of course I'm going to take it. But anyway. I've got to get into my other. Gas is running the other one at the moment.
Okay, sorry. Just a couple more. We'll finish up anyway. What's your predictions for the game?
Look, I have to back my boys, and I will. I think it'll be a really tough game, and I think we'll get away from you 26 points to 18.
Who's going to score first try scorer, anytime scorer? Which one?
First try scorer, Stephen Crichton, just to, take that luck that he's still there. Anytime try scorer, I would be having some money on Anari Tuala.
Well, I might put $1 on Max King scoring for you guys. I think he goes well against the Dragons.
He's a good player, man.
Have you got any questions for Michael Billy? Welcome to the show, by the way, Rugby League Roundup.
Don't
forget to go over and watch him on YouTube.
G'day, Billy.
How are you?
Billy Dibb.
I got
another fantastic Dragons fan.
Yeah,
I love
Billy Dibbolopoulos.
Don't you worry about that.
Yeah,
Billy Dibbolopoulos.
He's very talked about in my household. My question is, look, Dogs. This is do or die kind of this match for them. Obviously, Cowboys lost last week against Parramatta. Just gonna say, how important is it for Galvin and Crichton to stand up big time this weekend and get the job done?
Look, buddy, I think I'm just not gonna play into it. I think they've got jobs and roles to do. I think they do it every single week. Critter's had a really poor short kick late in the match. When Klein was giving us 9 meters and them 12. You know what it's like. It's the Dragons every game this year, from what I've heard.
Happens all the time.
It happens all the time. We didn't deserve to win, though, even though that was clearly the case. it's going to come down to the forwards. If our forwards can get over the top
Yeah.
of your boys and
The young boys.
But look, our guys will sit there and get on top of you for 3 or 4 tackles, but it's what they do. If they switch off on that 4th or 5th play, which is what happened against South last week, we just switched off in a few sets. They took full advantage of it, and they had players around the ball, and then we made mistakes. So Dragons will be looking for a similar sort of thing. They'll be doing their video work, and look, they'll be looking to. I think both teams will use the kick a lot, but I think we'll see the Dragons throw the ball around a little bit more than they have previously, and the Dogs will be out there to treat the Dragons like it's a semi-final warm-up, even though they may not be playing for it. But who knows? Mentally, they might be gone, the Dogs, and I hope that's not the case, and I'm backing them not to be like that, but having a bit each way, as I usually do. But I think Galvin and Crichton will be fine. They'll do their thing. And
all right, I think you're being summoned. You're being summoned by Cool David. He wants you back. Come back to our screen.
All right, brother.
All right, Michael. Good luck on the weekend, which I don't really mean, but hopefully everyone gets through the game. Hopefully, through to get the game through injury free, and the referees actually have a good game. All right, mate. Thanks for joining us.
Hopefully they don't make it about themselves and they make it about the game. Good to see you all, and I'll see Jesse and Big T tomorrow.
No worries. Thank you very much.
Take care.
Right. See you later.
Take care, people.
See you, mate.
Thank you so much.
All right, guys. Thank you, Michael. He's been great to the show. We'll see him again next year, I hope.
He's a lovely bloke.
He's a great bloke. Hopefully we can work, because I was talking to him.
He's a Bulldog supporter.
there are some nice ones out there.
Yeah, there's lots of nice
Bulldogs fans, you can fuck off now. Go follow him to the other page. Bye.
No, they can stay. They can stay and watch. Let's pump our numbers up. Pump our numbers. If they stay and they comment,
I can't even see. I got to sign out. Come back in. 1 sec.
All right, mate. They get an entry into the Chocky Wheel. Oh, so if they've comment, they get an entry. So, all right, Billy.
Hello. I'll be on for a little bit now. Hopefully 20, 40 minutes, because I'm a bit sick. So I don't want to, I don't want to intrude when I'm still a bit sick.
We don't want to get sick.
That's right.
All right, run us through the Dragons side there, Bill.
Yeah, no worries. Fullback Daniel Atkinson retains his spot.
Sorry, Bill. Sorry. Look, he's here. he wouldn't come on tonight because he didn't have a computer.
Big T, do this.
That's right. That's him.
Billy,
thank you. But Steve. Hang on. But Steve has promised. Steve has promised he will come on the show next year. So,
when he can afford a computer.
He didn't say that.
Oh man.
All right, go on, Billy. Run through that side, will you, buddy?
Just in case it's still there.
Okay, fullback Daniel Atkinson, who retains his position after impressive performance at fullback from last weekend. Matthew Feeney and Sloan on the wings. Sully and Val in the centres. LKT and Flano are the halves. The front row pairing, Locker and Emre Gula. The hooker is Jacob Little. The back row pairing, Dylan Eakert and Hamish Stewart. Lock forward, Ryan Couchman. And bench is Damien Cook, Toby Couchman, Jacob Halengahu, Jacob Webster, Setutu, and Josh Kerr. The reserves are Blake Laurie, Luciano Leilua, and Cade Reid. And the coach is Dave Young.
Yes, you beauty. I'll stick with you, Billy. Daniel Atkinson keeps his job at the back. He did play a good game last week. He's probably one of our best.
Yeah.
I'm relieved he kept his spot. He's better than Gufferson on fullback. Yeah, I'm telling you now.
I think so.
I think this is his. I think this was his natural position.
Oh, just
Like,
from the beginning, bro. Imagine how many more fucking games we would have won. Fucking hell.
yeah. I mean,
well, foresight is a great thing.
it is. But I'll tell you what, Big T. Like, you watch the game on the weekend, and he just seems better when he's not the first receiver. Like, he seems if he has a bit of time and space and gets time to read the play out the back of a shift, he's easy. He makes better decisions. Like, that first try that got set up was a beautiful pass to Sloan, and then Sloan did the rest, which was great. And then in the air, he was really, really consistent. So that's something that was very pleasing. I was a bit worried. Like, every time they put a kick up high, I thought if someone gets over him, well, you know what? He held his own pretty well for it.
He was
But
man
not
of the
at all.
match.
Yeah.
I thought so, yeah.
He stood out. I thought, for me, I think I gave him a point in my voting, but
Yeah.
I thought, he just controlled it really well. And if he gets the chance to run, it's dangerous. I don't know if you saw the 40-20 that they attempted the other day. He batted it back in and he ran 35 meters off a kick return. So, as much as I love Gutherson, he's not doing that. He'll save the 40-20, but he's probably running 10, 15 meters, not 30. So
that's been our problem. Kick return has been our big problem this year.
100%. 100%.
Yeah.
But the back five were really...
Oh, hang on. Joe's got a crow.
There's talk that Sloan might renege.
I heard, yes. Maybe.
I hope he does.
Wow.
You know how great he's been?
I've got to ask this simple question. Is there a winger on the market currently that's actually better than Sloan? No. So what are they fucking doing?
Oh, hang on. I've got a slide here. We can we can bring up.
But Sloan's in so much good form. I think defensively he's even improved lots. Like, he's come a long way. Such a long way.
He needs to be winger. He has a coach that believes in him.
There's the wingers off contract at the end of 27. So do we wait for one of them?
Yeah, but you've got to wait. Like, I'll go through them with you. Let's go through them with you. Josh Adokar will never become a Dragon.
No.
Right? Okay. Jack Bostock, I think he's overrated, personally. Right?
Okay.
Philip Coates, I don't know enough about him.
He's
Xavier
all right.
Coates is a machine. But I think isn't Xavier Coates going to the Warriors?
No, that's Will Warbrick. Will Warbrick.
Yeah, Will Warbrick.
All right, Xavier Coates, not bad. I thought he was going to Brisbane. Anyway, Cobbo, highly, I don't know. De Groot is a good winger. JJ Fafita, not bad. Tony Francis, I'm good mates with his old man. Good.
Francis is going to Super League.
Yeah, so Tony Francis isn't the best. Fletcher Hunt, well, fucking now we're talking wet dreams. Fletcher Hunt, woo, baby, bring him on.
He's a good player.
Fletcher Hunt, my favorite. Fletcher Hunt and Fletcher Sharp are my two favorite players in the NRL at the moment. So, but I'd love to see him. I'd do anything for him to be in the Red V, but highly unlikely. So, who's going to come to us? Sloan's better than Bostock. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many tries has Bostock scored? How many tries has Sloan scored? Thank you.
Yeah.
I'll rest my case.
Yeah, that's right. Sloan scored 60 tries pretty much. So that's all I gotta say. He's double his try tally compared to Jack Bostock.
Oh, where was I? I'll pass that one. We're on that one. Joe. Little finally in and Cookie off the bench. Is that one of his?
It's only 6 months too late, but anyway, carry on with the question.
Yeah. But is he gonna do the old switcheroo and start Damien Cook and bring a little off the bench?
No, well, he's been doing it for the last 2-3 weeks, so I don't see him doing anything different. But I will say this: if he's looking ahead for the future for next year, which look, you got to concede there's a point where the game's become where he's trialing different things now because it is a dead season, right? It's a good opportunity for him to do things like this. Build up his match fitness, build up his confidence, build up his skill set. So he is going to be our starting hooker. So he's doing the right thing. But
That's exactly right.
Darren Young makes a very, very good point. We need to find a young hooker.
Yeah.
We need to find a young hooker. So, because Liddell himself's 30, 31 years of age. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's
I think we're in the market for a young hooker.
Yeah, I don't think he's the answer.
No, he's never really fired, man.
Look, he's got good work ethic, but he's not quality. We need a quality hooker. He's not it. Like maybe like Owen Paddy coming through.
Yeah. Well, they got about 4 down in Canberra.
Yeah.
4 young hookers.
Sam Healy's another one.
Going to Tigers.
Jaden Brayley. Then again, I'm not sure about Jaden Brayley. You need to be very, very, very pinpoint on who you want at hooker because
he's
get a very quality hooker. It's not easy. It's not easy. It's a hard position to buy. So
he's right, especially a young one.
Brayley's going to the Tigers, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Brayley from Canberra. Does that mean?
So the hookers I know at Canberra.
Does that mean?
Yeah, Owen Paddy and
Tom Starling.
Owen Paddy and Tom Starling.
Yeah.
Does that mean with Brayley signing for the Tigers? Does that mean there's going to be a family reunion up at Papua New Guinea with Happy Coruscant signing up there? And then to ice it off, Nathan Cleary goes up there in 2 years' time.
Big T, you know who's a dummy half I would look at getting?
Who?
The Newcastle Knights young hooker, Harrison Graham. He's had a really good year. If you watch his highlights, he's very, very good. Like a very good dummy half. So I'd look at getting him. He's off contract November 1. So yeah, he'd be about 23.
Man, I want to go for Blake Moser.
I think he's going.
Yeah, that's another one. But I'm not sure. But I think Broncos have intentions of playing him now because the last few weeks he's been getting some game time. Ben Hunt's now the starting half this week, so it means he'll be on. Blake Moser will be on the bench as the hooker.
$1 million question here. $1 million question. In everyone's opinion, I'll ask everyone individually. Don't we all think that Cookie's a better 14 than the bloke that we're getting from the Roosters? What's his name? Reject.
Connor Watson.
Yeah, Connor Watson.
What are your thoughts, Big T?
I think Connor Watson can play longer minutes. Cookie can play 60 minutes, but I think Connor Watson can play 80 minutes, I think. He's a different player. And Damien Cooks took the big money to go to England, so...
Yeah, but Damien Cook, because I told him that he wasn't wanted, but all he wanted was 1 year. Right, that's my point. Like, we could have kept him for a year instead of getting Connor Watson for a year. He's there in this system, and I don't see Connor Watson being an improvement much. You know what I mean? Just my opinion.
Possibly. Toby Castman on the bench again, Scoop. Will he do the switcheroo with Gula?
I've got a gut feeling that will happen, Big T. And I'm also hearing rumours that Cade Reed might be a late inclusion for Josh Kerr.
Oh, okay.
Wow.
Bit unusual there, but
now you're firming me up.
I'll tell you as much as I don't rate Emre Gula as a player, he's done his job well last 2 weeks. I think he gets through work pretty well the last 2 weeks.
All of them have improved. You're right.
Like, I think Toby came off the bench and he was firing. So maybe that's the play again this week. Emre Gula's a solid starter, but when Emre Gula comes off the bench, there's a difference.
Do we think it's a winnable game?
It is very winnable. 100% it's winnable.
I don't think they've got anything in attack. I reckon our attack is actually better than theirs. Plus our forwards are better.
I think our forwards are better than theirs.
And our attack too, and our backline's better than theirs. They got nothing, man.
LKT needs to be extended. I would be giving him a new contract straight away.
Him and Sloan should be getting a new contract. But every week we're saying how shit our backline is, but now we're saying they're better than the Bulldogs. But yeah, I do. Bronson Sherry's a bit lazy. Ernie Koala.
Crichton's not
He's
a
a bit
fight,
No. Burton is a centre, but I don't think he's fast enough.
I think Sully had a good game last week too as well, Big T. So if he can play big again, he might score a few tries because defensively, the centres for the Dogs aren't great. Could say the same for our centres, but theirs is worse.
Sully stepped up in defence. I got to say,
he has.
He had a blinder this week. Last week,
yeah.
I sort of agree with Larry here. Don't rush Breed back. And what's the benefit of having me on the bench and Kerr? We've got Damien Cook there already. We can move Kyle Flanagan somewhere.
I think you'll be like that 18th, 19th man where Commons has a serious injury, which is okay.
Just in case.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Because they are a physical team, the Bulldogs. So they could take out one of our halves. So you don't know.
I think Kyle Flanagan's already carrying something too. Because a few weeks ago, it was against Sharks. He came reeling out of the tackle, clutching at his shoulder, and he's been injured. So it's not a big injury, but it's an injury. So they got to nurse it.
All right, we do this every week, so we'll do it again now. Geez, that's a bit long. I might have to shorten that. We're looking for a sponsor for Battles and Clashes. Is there anyone else there would like to sponsor the show and keep us running in 2027? Okay, Battles and Clashes, Billy.
Yeah.
What are you looking forward to? We do it every week, but
Joe versus Steve. That's the battle. Joe versus Steve.
Well, let's get all these battles going. Joe and Steve in the ring. My young bloke on Saturday night's having his first amateur fight. Shoalhaven Entertainment Centre. Get down there and have a look.
No way. That's congratulations.
Congrats, Big T.
So that'll be pretty good. Pretty exciting. I'm just a bit nervous about him stepping in the ring and getting punched around the head. Anyway, that's just a dad. I've copped plenty in my time. Battles and Clashes, Billy. What are you looking forward to?
Yeah, I feel like I'm a broken record, because I'm just going to say the forward.
It doesn't matter.
It is the best. It's the best battle. The forward pack is always the best thing to look forward to. But I like Connor Tracy, so I'll also say Dan Atkinson against Connor Tracy. I look forward to that because they both run big meters.
Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah, Atkinson runs good meters. So does Tracy. They don't do anything like flashy. I mean, Tracy's got like the least tries, but I just think they're both good in space because if they get space, they're gonna exploit it pretty easily. So yeah,
everyone's listening.
That's a battle. You also say Val Holmes versus Bronson as well, Big T, but Val Holmes could probably kill Bronson. I don't know. That's something that on its day you'll have to wait and see. Could go both ways.
Yeah, we'll get Steve on when the Dragons beat the Bulldogs. We'll get him on Sunday.
Hopefully,
he says once he gets his computer, he'll come on. So keep saving, buddy. Keep saving. All right. Well, we may as well. We've finished talking about this. Battles and Clash. Joe, sorry about that. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to our future immortal Hamish Stewart having a blinder, setting it up to the back row of Curran and all those other useless blokes, and watch him score under the post, right under the nose of Steve Arley there. Other than that, not much else to look forward to. A bit of a dead rubber because none of these teams are going to make the semi-finals.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well, they're four
neither are
out of
they.
the semis now at the moment. The
They're
Bulldogs.
gone. They're not going to make this.
Because the
Even if they
Cowboys have
beat
got a
us,
bye.
Cowboys, they
Oh
got a
yeah,
bye. They got a
Cowboys do
softer
have the
run, man.
bye.
Yeah,
they got
so
no chance.
Newcastle have got the bye, so they've already made it. But yeah.
Big team.
Yeah, that's right. I think too, Zuzan, 143. That can run better lines this week. He was settled into the role a bit better, I think.
Yeah.
Mm.
The more he gets there, the more he plays there, the better he'll become. So that's how it is. Practice makes perfect.
That's exactly
Man
right.
of the match,
Exactly
future
right.
immortal, Hamish Stewart.
Yeah, I think he's a future immortal myself.
Yeah.
All
Off to the
right, where are
kangaroo
we
tour,
up
I'd
to?
imagine.
Did you see Dylan Egan was the captain on the weekend? That was big.
Yeah, we're saying he's captain this weekend apparently. So,
He's already working with the future. You see, I
I
like
like
that.
that. That's big. That's big. So
Massive. By putting Atkinson at fullback, I'll shit myself. What the fuck's he doing? Wow,
Yeah.
he's such a genius. Yep,
Yeah.
Crow,
we've
go
got
ahead.
a second crow for the night.
And first from Scoop, next year's captain will be Dylan Egan by the sounds
Well,
of
there
it.
you go. There you go. By the sounds of it, that's right.
20
By the
games
sounds
into
of
his
it.
career, and he's already got captaincy. Like, what the hell? That is
That's
huge.
right.
That's huge raps, man. That's
The,
huge
fu-
raps.
the future is bright, my friends. The future is
It
bright.
is.
Future is bright.
Big
Too
T,
good.
I'm gonna have to go because I'm
All right, mate. You don't sound too well. Have a good
Yeah.
night, buddy.
Look after yourself, William.
Thank you. I'll do a quick prediction as well before I leave.
Oh.
I'll say Dogs 22, Dragons 28. And anytime try scorer, Harry Hayes for the Dogs, because we always let some random score.
That's right, yeah.
And for Dragons, let's go Lockhart. I think Lockhart.
He
He's
needs
a bit
one.
overdue.
Yeah,
He's overdue.
He needs that try. So I'm going to go Lockhart.
He's still got to learn. He's still got to learn how big he is. He doesn't know how big he is.
I thought that try saver last week was something else. But anyway, I'll leave you to it.
All right, Bill.
I'm not playing video games. I'm quite sick. So
Thank you.
take
Good night,
care.
All
Hubble.
right.
Take care.
See you later.
All right,
See you
Big
later.
T.
Big
Few more. Hang on. Sorry, Scoop. A few more people have joined us. Thurman. Welcome to the. They are ripe for the picking. Steve Ali. Oh, Joe's just left us. Steve Ali. Anyone know who the ref is? Scoop, have a look at that, will you?
It's
Take care,
Liam
Billy.
Kennedy.
Joe's back.
I'm back. Are we
and
signing
John's
off now?
on the wing.
Joe's
on the
back.
touch.
I've got a few
Chris
things to go
Butler
through,
in the
Bill.
front
But Joe, but if you want to go, that's fine.
No,
Me and
mate,
Scoop can.
I'm here for it. I'm here for it. Go ahead.
You're here for it. And there's Billy's young bloke. Brother, sorry, brother, Maxie. And Lisa Marie's here. Well, welcome. Liam Kennedy's a ref, Scoop.
Yep, and Chris Butler in the bunker.
They don't go too bad on the Liam Kennedy, so all right. Yeah, no, they're not due for anything. All right. Next up. That's right. This week NRW play the Cowboys at Allianz Stadium before the men. So that'll be a good thing. If you're going to the game, get to both games. No, I know because you like the girls, Scoop. Just want a quick run through them. We'll talk about them on Wednesday night, tomorrow night on NRW with Jag at 6 p.m. So I'll quickly run through that side. No nicknames, just side, just team players.
All right, at fullback you got Tegan Berry. On the wings, Jamie Millard and Maria Paseka. In the centers, you got Talia O'Brien and Shameen Chisolka. In the halves, you got Sally Hopkins and the captain, co-captain Casey Ray. In the front row, you got Hannah Southwell and Ruby John Kennard Ellis. In the hooker, Nina Maynard Perrin. In the back row, you got Montana Clifford, Ella Costa, and locking the scrum in the 13, the club captain, Brooke Anderson. On the interchange bench, you got Tori Shipton, Olivia Ingram, Trinity Turneo and Tyra Ekapati. On the reserves, you got Amelia Nicole, Rafina Kitai, Arabella McKenzie, Keely Brown, and rounding out the 22, Talia Furiano, and the coach is Nathan Cross.
Yeah, a couple of big changes in that team with Ali Hopkins in, Phil Merriam out. Tori Shipton comes in, and Amelia Huaku moves out of the side. We'll talk about it tomorrow night, NIW with Jag. New South Wales Cup. Joe, can you run us through those guys, if you can see that?
Yeah, I can, buddy. When you're ready. Halal Finau, fullback. Tom Kirk, number 2 winger. Tyler Picken Harris is the centre. Surprised, actually, he's not the fullback.
Yeah.
Number 4 is Nick
Sagranis.
Nick's actually going to be picked for Lebanon because his mother's Lebanese.
Yeah,
so he'll probably be in the World Cup, so it's pretty good.
With Jason Saab, apparently.
Yeah, and Jason Saab's our other adopted son. So
yeah, that's
more
right.
the merrier.
That's it.
Brandon Morkos is the other winger. Joseph O'Neill, captain, number 6. Cade Reed, my boy, number 7. Ryan Hutchinson in the front row. Conor Mulholson, hooker. Blake Laurie in the front row.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Cortis, is that how you pronounce his name? Coots. Dylan Coots. Luciano Leilua, who's finding it very hard to crack back into first grade, who's also in the second row. Matthew Alazam is lock. Nick Quinn, that's a name that used to be formidable with the Dragons for many years.
It was.
Nick Quinn, number 15. I can't really, to be announced, can't see who that's going to be. But anyway, 16 is Viliami Amon. Now, is Viliami Amon the younger brother to Junior Amon?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
That's awesome. And Cyrus Stanley was also the nephew of the Stanley brothers. Yeah. Also represented by my friend Mario Tartak. That's the manager.
Okay.
Them boys.
Okay.
But yeah, that's the lineup for the reserve grade, and looking forward to seeing Cade get more mileage up his sleeve. You know what I mean? It's going to be good for Cade.
Yeah, these guys are up against the 7th place Bulldogs. These guys are running 11th in the competition, and I think these guys are gone at Croom Complex down near Jesse. Jesse's down Albion Park. I'm sure Jesse will go and watch this game, along with the Jersey Flag, with Lucas Borg at the back, Jesse Williams and Toby Rumble just signed for the Dragons. Charlie Hodke and Oliver Burton in the centres. What a player he is. Eden Hodges and Marley McLaren in the halves. Viliami Hikila, Dexter Grant and Ben Jackson in the front row. Jared Taweek and Crichton Meafield. He scored a try last week in the comeback game. They scored 24 points in the last 12 minutes or something. Brave Plecker's at the back. Isaiah Fagalillo, Daniel Meafau, Bailey Carmichael, Connor Sadler, and Shady Hamoud. And I think Aaron Gorrell's the coach of these guys. And they're running first. They're up against the second place Bulldogs this time at Croom Complex, down in Jesse Albion Park. You can't miss it. It's a massive place. My boys used to play there. We won't run through. We'll run through these. Won't run through the teams. We'll do them tomorrow night. The Steelers, they're playing the Rabbits at Cogra, 2 p.m. Saturday. And the Dragons, the Dragons are playing the Rabbits 2 p.m. Saturday, and the Steelers are playing 6th place Panthers at Centennial Field, Albion Park. I don't know where that is, but it's in Albion Park. Down near Jess. Okay, we're going to do some of this. I don't know how many we can do, but I like playing this intro. News and rumours scoop, and I've got a few for you. Tonight. Montana Clifford, it's her birthday. She's 22 on the 19th. It's tomorrow. And Sarah Sautier, she's 24. She's 24. on the 21st. So that's that Thursday. Ella Costa has been nominated for the Veronica White Medal. Go to NRL.com to vote. Established in 27. It's for work in the community. Ella Costa. She goes above and beyond. Proud, a Garival and Wiradjuri woman. Passionate about promoting Indigenous culture, Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islanders. She's got authentic kindness. And yeah, so get on to NRL.com to go and vote for Ella Costa in the Veronica White Medal. There's the nominees: Costa, Brigginshaw, Tafau, Bailey, Taylor, Tongatui, Chapman, Karapani, Abigail Roach, Matayele, Millie Elliott from the Roosters, and Gail Broughton. Look at that, Broughton and Brigginshaw back together. It's a great engine combination. Origin, Joe. Origin 2 next year is going to be over at Eden Park. What do you think of that?
Well, I don't know. I like the concept of having one Origin up there and one with us, and then a mutual ground one. Do you think it's mutually fair, Eden Park, in your opinion, Big T?
Yeah, of course it is. Any other ground around Australia, apart from Suncorp's Queensland and Allianz, or is it Accor, one of those two in Sydney?
There's New Zealand, but it's in Queensland.
That's it, is in Queensland. But yeah, Eden Park, I think.
I would have liked to have seen it in Perth because of the introduction of the Perth Bears. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it would have been good. Yeah, exactly right.
Keep the momentum.
But they had it a couple of years ago, I think, didn't they, over in Perth?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
But you know what's going to happen? You know what's happening? The 20th team, we talk about rumours and I honestly believe the South Island will be the 20th team.
Yeah, I think so too.
That's what they're doing. They're promoting the game over there more, Big T.
100%. 100%.
Which is good. Good to see. I love it.
I don't think we need another Queensland side. Adelaide, Northern Territory, Tasmania aren't ready, I don't think so.
No.
Scoop, is the Sharks season sung? Braden Trindle's shoulder dislocation.
Definitely.
But they are hopeful he'll be back to play before the end of the year. Are they gone?
Gone. Straight sets like Martina Navratilova. Straight sets, cuz.
Straight sets, gone. They won't win another game. A couple of people here. Pretty strong cup side. Yeah, it was, yeah. Connor Mulhausen, I think he's going. He's back playing. He's looking pretty good. I don't think he's a first grader. Junior Mono playing for the Queensland Wynnum Manly side. Yes, he is. And he's absolutely killing it, they reckon.
Good luck to him.
Jag's going to come on in about 10, 15 minutes. I don't know why, because we're not talking about women. We're talking about the men.
You got excited.
Good idea, I reckon. I don't know what that for. Stuff Queensland, he says. Larry Flick. Thank you, Larry Flick. Yeah, I think the Sharkies are gone. Look, Metcalf got some good news today. He might return for the semis. 3 to 4 weeks, they reckon. So, good news, Joe.
Yeah, yes and no. I just don't want him to risk any other serious injury. Like, God forbid, an ACL. I'd rather him just rest up and then see you in November, Luke. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Zhu
Yan. A selfish Dragons fan.
No,
you know what I mean?
No. Zhu Yan says it's bullshit to send it to New Zealand. Okay, that's fair enough. Unwanted Dragons, Joe, like in King Tongi and Moses Sully, Clint Gufferson and Kyle Flanagan. They apparently they're unwanted for next year.
I would keep 2 out of the 4. I'd keep Lycan and I'd keep Sully. They can play in the Reggies if they're happy to do that, and they can step up during injuries and origin duties and all the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd like to. Because I think we need Lycan. You know why I say that, Big T? Because look at the injuries that Metcalf keeps having.
That's exactly right.
And Katoa too. Is it not Katoa? What's his name? Nicarima, rather. Also known for an injury or two. Like, we need a bit of depth in the halves. So I'd like to keep Lycan. Moses Sully, depth in the centres. Cufferson and Flanagan
in the second row. I'd like to see Sully moving to the second row.
Yeah, why not? He's versatile. He can play there.
You could play. I could play. You could play in the middle. Oh, right.
Bloody oath. Don't worry
but-
about that.
Dean Young told Andrew Moore the unlisted want has been. He reckons it's untrue. They have a contract next year, so
What else is he going to say, Big T?
exactly right. It's just lip service. We all know.
For sure.
We all
for
know.
sure.
We all know teams have lip service, and they just tell people what they want to hear. Bradman Best knocked back a contract from the Knights, said it was too low. Apparently, it was 1.5, Joe.
Oh, he's dreaming. Tell him he's dreaming, love.
Tell him he's dreaming. Tell him he's dreaming.
I think 1.5.
Larry Flick,
Maybe-
we just said
maybe
that, Larry.
Maybe for 800 grand over in Papua New Guinea is the equivalent to 1.5 Australian.
Possibly. Well, they're the centres off. I showed you the backs, the wingers before. They're the centres off contract at the end of next year. So they all come on the market November 1.
Yeah. I'll go after Bradman Best, but not for that price tag. Hayden
Bradman
Buchanan,
Best, Herbie Farnworth.
I'm not sold on Buchanan. I'm not sold on Farnsworth.
Keep Hayden Buchanan.
Feeney can stay where he is. Michael Gabriel, I don't know enough about him. Campbell Graham.
Apparently he's a superstar.
Campbell Graham, that's a no-brainer. Fuck, I'd give him my left kidney for Campbell Graham to come into my team. Patrick Herbert, Tigers, again, 50-50. Valentine Holmes.
He's been here before.
Yep. Valentine Holmes, I don't know, thank you and no
He's
thank you, maybe.
Yeah.
Jack Howarth, Storm, yes,
He's
no,
going to
maybe.
Eels.
Yeah.
And Josiah Karapani,
yeah.
yeah.
But I'd also...
he'd be, Brian Kelly Eels, yeah. Why not?
You got Zach Laybut, Adam Pompey, Talanoa Penatani. That's the Penatari that plays for the girls' side.
Fletcher Hunt would be the one I'd go after, Big T.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fletcher
Hunt. I'm liking Fletcher Hunt.
Yeah. Sometimes I like to puff the Magic Dragon myself. Well, they were the wingers we talked about before. Yeah, Dominic Young would be a good get, I think, from Newcastle there.
Dominic Young, yeah. I think Dominic Young only does well at Newcastle. Failed
I think so. He didn't do well. He didn't do well at the Roosters. All right, boys. Just want a little quick discussion here.
Go for it.
Can we avoid the spoon? There's the bottom four. We can actually catch the Tigers as well. Look at their for and against ours, 263, 213. So they're not too far off.
We can afford to drop one game, actually.
Maybe. And here's the thing. The Gold Coast are 15th. And have a look at their run home, Joe. They got the Sharks. They got the Bunnies. They got the Dolphins. They're in trouble.
They're gone. 18 points they'll finish with. Yep, keep going.
So 3 points. Brisbane Broncos, current position 16th, 198 on the for and against. They've got the Raiders in Canberra, Melbourne up in Queensland, and the Bulldogs at a core.
Melbourne and Bulldogs are kind of a chance for them to win one of those two games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they might win one of those two games. Which one, I don't know.
So that puts them up on the 20. I added West here too. They're only on 20 points. So we're on 14. They're on 20. And our run home is fairly easy if you look at it, Scoop. Bulldogs, Manly aren't playing well, and the Eels aren't playing well. And we're playing them at home. So down in Wollongong.
That fan will win 2 of those 3 games, Big T.
The one we'll lose against is Parramatta, I reckon. They always have it over us.
So we've got to hope that the Dolphins, the Titans, absolutely get pumped, and we win these games by a margin. So fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. I can't remember what you were talking about there, Joe, for Larry. Sully's the best on that list. I also agree. Oliver Burton might be ready for 28. Yeah, he probably might be. But he's looking good in the lower grades. We've got to keep winning. That's right, Larry. That's right. And Cads O'Mac hates the hates the Bulldogs with a passion by the look of it. And you see what the Raiders put on their website today? They changed their emblem to have a mullet because it's Papali's last game in Canberra this week. So
and then another end of an era.
that's pretty funny. I like that. Yeah, I like that. Well done, Canberra. I don't like Canberra too much. I don't like Ricky Stewart too much.
Larry agrees with me about Hunt, Big T. That's what it is.
Okay, yeah. That's another question I've got for you, Joe. Ben Hunt at Brisbane. Brisbane are a shambles at the moment. Is he the common denominator? Because we were in a shambles when he was here.
No, that's not. He won him a comp last year, so no. Look, as much as I'd love to blame him,
that was overflow.
Yeah, but as much as I'd love to blame him, no, I don't think it's that. You know, when your star forwards,
I'm just.
Anymore?
Yeah,
hey, mate.
Something going on.
Yeah, something's going on.
Nobody said anything about it.
No,
all right.
That
was it.
Good at keeping things in house. You know what I mean?
That was it for. I like that a little bit. Anyway, that's it for news and rumours. Going through injury. Stewardship might be back round 27. Duffo to be confirmed. Could be the season. Farley calf season. Hame Sally Achilles season. Buchanan shoulder gone for the season. NRW Hammy for Brown to be confirmed. Parley ankle to be confirmed. And Maddie Mulhall, see ya. She's gone for the season. So
hey Maddie, she's our friend on the show.
She is our friend. She's been on the show before. So she's been on twice now. So we might get her back for a third time sometime later this year talking about her injury. Okay, let's run through the rest of the games for the round. Scoop, Storm and the Panthers will be a cracker on Thursday night. Panthers coming off the loss against the Roosters. And the Storm have a bye last week.
Yeah, Storm had a bye.
Yeah. So what do you reckon? Panthers and Storm in Melbourne?
Panthers by plenty.
Yeah. Apparently this is footy country round for some reason. Taking the game to the country, but none of the games are in the country. But I don't understand. Joe, Storm and Panthers.
Storm and Panthers. I reckon Panthers. I wouldn't say plenty, but I'll say Panthers.
Yeah. No, I'm going to go Panthers. Three-way there. Raiders, Broncos. This will be a good game.
I think Raiders 13 plus.
13 plus over the Broncos. The luckless Broncos. Then we've got Dolphins and Eels. Dolphins are running hot at the moment, aren't they? They're after their flogging by Cronulla. They've moved up.
The Fins.
Yeah, I think I'll go the Fins as well.
Fins by not many. Because Parramatta Parramatta a very competitive team, man.
Yeah, Raiders and Broncos and Panthers and Knights and Eagles. Scoop up at McDonald Jones.
I'm going to go Newcastle at home.
Newcastle against the Eagles. They've lost a few of the Eagles in the last few weeks, so I think I'll go Knights. Joe?
Yeah, Knights.
Rabbitohs Warriors. Should be a good game. Rabbitohs are playing pretty well. They beat the Bulldogs last week, I think. And the Wars, they're looking good, but they did lose Metcalf, and they're looking at another halfback, a young bloke. Because Jet Cleary said, I want to go. So they're not going to run him on the field. Titans, Sharks up at Seabus. Joe?
Titans and Sharks. I think the Titans are shot. I think the Sharks are shot. I reckon Titans for an upset.
I'm thinking Titans for an upset myself up in there at Seabus. Scoop?
Yeah, I'm going to go Titans.
Yeah, Titans, Roosters and Tigers, last game on Sunday. Scoop, Roosters and
I'm
Tigers.
gonna go to Roosters.
What do you have to
Roosters.
think about it for?
I don't know why you thought it.
I'm only thinking about by how many points? 80 points, maybe.
Yeah, apparently Dewey's re-aggravated the shoulder injury and won't be
Adam's
playing.
gone. Adam's
It looks like he's
under the knife.
Looks like he's gone for the season. Cowboys have got the bye. Before we go to the Bulldogs and Dragons game, we've got to do this. Yeah, there you go. The good, the bad, and the ugly. You can work it out between us three, who the good, who the bad, and who the ugly is. I think I know who it is. Scoop, take it away.
So welcome back to another rendition of the good, the bad, and the ugly. So the good for this week is Dragons go back to back after such a tumultuous season. The Dragons finally put together consecutive wins against the Sharks by a close one, and then last week against the Tigers, despite a second half fight back, giving fans something to smile about and showing some genuine fight under Dean Young. Signs are looking up for the future for the Dragons. Can they string their third win in a row, or will they prevail and get the spoon? The bad. Manly's 6-game losing streak. The brutal late season collapse of the Manly Sea Eagles, also known as Fosball. Can they snap the losing streak, or will they continue and get worse and worse? And the ugly. Pretty boy Walsh season is over after an injury ending one of the Rub Leg Stars season, causing more injury roads for the Broncos and just getting worse and worse for the Broncos. As they're plummeting down the ladder from premiers. Could they drop down and have their worst season ever and beat wooden spooners? That's another rendition of the good, the bad, and the ugly. Back to central commentary, Mr. Ugly Big T.
But that's all. Your ugly one at the end was another. That could have been good one. That could have been good. Manly losing 5-6 in a row, whatever they've lost. That could be the good. Could be the good. All right, Dragons and Bulldogs. Scoop. Who you picking and who's going to score and what's the score going to be?
I'm going to stay hopeful with our boys, the Dragons. Third win in a row to try to avoid the spoon. Dragons 28-26. By anytime try scorer, I'm gonna have to go praise with him, Tyrell Sloan.
Tyrell Sloan. Joe, what are your predictions for this game?
Dragons by 10. As Paul Wiseman on the comments said, I agree with Paul.
He's a wise man, that Paul.
Paul is a wise man. Paul, I got him for a 10-point buffer as well, and I honestly believe Hamish Stewart is just a try-scoring freak. Hamish Stewart for a double into Tyrell Sloan for a double. Get that into a cheeky $5 multi, Big T.
So I heard you've been going pretty well with your multis and your betting over the last few weeks, Joe. Had a big win there the other week. Maybe we should.
Thank God.
Maybe we should bring back
Massa's multis.
Joe's multis. Bring back Joe's multis.
Joe's multis.
Joe's multis.
I have more success in the AFL. A lot more scorers there.
Maybe we can raise some money for the Vodcast. What else have I got? And I'm going to the Dragons as well. Dragons, I think they'll win by plenty. They'll win by 14, 18 points. And again, Tyrell Sloan, I think he'll score. He'll outrun Bronson Sherry because he's a lazy player, Bronson Sherry. Don't forget it's a double header On Saturday, the NRLW kickoff at 5:15 and the NRL kickoff at 7:35. There'll be plenty of tickets. We're at Allianz. I don't think we're going to fill it out, but hoping to get 30,000. What do you reckon, Joe? 30,000 people there?
Oh, mate, there's going to be about 40,000. I reckon it'll sell out, Big T.
You reckon it'll sell out?
Oh, but well, they're
I'm gonna go
both
with
playing. The
45,000.
Bulldogs are playing for a final spot, and we're
True.
playing for pride.
We are.
Like it's always a grand final between the Dogs and Dragons. It's the most entertaining game all year. I look forward to it. No matter how much they got the wood over us or whatever, you know what I mean? I don't care.
We got ripped off in the first game. I thought we should have won that game.
Man, imagine going all the way to Vegas, having to come back. Fuck, what a long way home after a loss like that.
Please don't fucking go there, Joe.
Hey, what was the flight home like, Scoop? Did you have any Bulldogs on the plane?
I would have taken my
No,
frustrations
a lot
out on a
of
blackjack
Asians.
table. Fuck that. Come home.
We had a lot of Asians on our flight.
A lot of Asians coming back to Sydney because that's the capital of China at the moment. I think Sydney. There's a lot of them up there. A bit of money would have changed hands, I think, for the Origin to go to New Zealand. Well, all right, guys. I think we'll wrap it up there. Thanks. Do you got anything else to say about the game, boys?
No.
3 in a row will be nice.
I'll be there, Big T, going to the game.
No, I'm too far. I was 3 hours away from that game.
Yeah.
I won't be going.
Good
I do
luck
go up
with
to
your son's
Coburg
fight.
Yeah, it'll be pretty good. I'll be watching the show. I won't be watching the footy live. I'll be watching my son have his
Good luck with him.
pugilism. But I'll watch it later. Hopefully we get a win out of it. Well, all right, Dragons fans, that's a wrap up for your Tuesday night edition of the Mad Dragons Vodcast. We run to Saturday with one thing on our minds: 3 in a row. The boys have flipped the script. In the last fortnight, Tigers handled, momentum building, and now the Bulldogs are standing in the path of the Red V team that is finally waking up. Dogs might think they're ready to beat the Dragons, but it's about time we rewrite history. Allianz could be the place where the Red V officially announces they're done with being the undercard. Stick with us next week, Dragons fans. Saturday will be a great game. So tell your mum about the show. The Red V's a part of me. Dragons for life. And with everybody saying, come on, Dragons fans!
Come on, Dragons.